What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is a different topic of what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about vacuums today. So if you're here for the Corvette or the motorcycles or the trucks or landscaping stuff, just go ahead and click on to another video. Or if you want to watch this informative video, if you have a vacuum that has lost suction power and want to get that suction power back before you go ahead and decide to throw your vacuum away, this could be a very, very, very easy fix for you to save yourself some money. So, if your vacuum has lost suction power, don't decide to throw it away so quickly, okay? There are some areas you need to check before you go ahead and throw your vacuum away. I'll be showing you guys on a very cheap handheld vacuum right here that I have that I use on the interior of my vehicles. I'll show you guys something, a couple of the areas for a mid-priced vacuum that you can get at Walmart, Home Depot, etc. Or I can show you something, and I will show you something on more of an expensive type vacuum that I just got today for free because the person didn't know that all they had to do was something that I'm about to tell you. So now I have a free $300 vacuum as well. So we're going to start with the cheap one right here. If you have lost suction power in a handheld vacuum, or something else that I want to show you or tell you really quickly before we get into it is people seem to think in their vacuums that all they have to do is empty the cans where the dirt collects, and that's not the case. You have to check multiple things, especially if you're losing suction power in your vacuums. Okay, you can't just empty the dirt bins and then expect your vacuum to continuously work for years and years and years. I've had this Bissell vacuum right here for 3.5 years now, and I've never ever lost suction power in it. Why? Because I continually check to empty the dirt bin. I clean out the air filter. I check the holes to make sure there's nothing stuck in it, and check the bristles to make sure there's not a big glob of hair or anything like that in. Especially if you guys have wives and stuff like that, or if you're a female watching this and you have a lot of hair in your shed, check your bristles. You have to clean that stuff out. You can't just dump your dirt bin and then expect your vacuum to continuously work and work and work and get your money's worth out of your vacuums that you buy, especially one like this Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. It's a $300 vacuum. All right, so getting started here. Okay, cheap handheld vacuum that I use on the interior of my cars. Comes apart. What you have to check if you're losing suction power is the filter. As you can see, there's a lot of debris on this filter right here. Okay, has a lot of excess carpeting. I have some black carpeting in one of my vehicles, the Corvette, and a lot of it has come off onto this air filter. This will cause suction loss. There's a big piece of debris right here, a napkin, that will cause suction loss. Okay, you have to clean this stuff out to regain that suction power. You can't just empty where the dirt that you're sucking up collects. You also have to clean off that air filter to regain that suction power. Now let's go over here to the mid-priced vacuum, okay? First thing you want to do, obviously, yes, take off your bin, empty it in the trash, okay? Next thing you want to check, your holes, okay? Look in there, make sure there's no debris in there. This is pretty clear and transparent, so you would be able to see if there was anything stuck in the actual hose itself. So that's another area. Your next two final things that you need to do is, I have a filter down here. Pull it out, look at it, both sides, make sure it's clean. It's clean, stick it back in. All right. So if you had any debris stuck in there, you'd obviously want to clean that out. Okay, the last thing, turn the vacuum over, check it. Okay, perfect example right here. Okay, I have a lot of excess carpet that I can pull off. Okay, this is going to cause suction loss later on down the road because at some point these strands are going to come off and get sucked up. Okay, and if I'm picking up a bunch of stuff wherever I'm at in my home or your home, and I go to pick up a bunch of stuff and all of this comes off with it, it could cause a big, huge dust ball that can get clogged right where your suction is. And then your vacuum will start to sound a bit different because it'll be losing suction power. This is the last portion of what you want to clean all of this out to regain your suction power in your vacuums. So now let's head over to this Dyson Ball vacuum. This is the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2 vacuum. Again, I got this for free today while I was at work. The person didn't know. All they had to do was clean out the portion here that I'm about to show you to get the vacuum back working. It lost suction power, and that's what he told me. So I told him I'd take it, and now I have a free $300 vacuum. So first thing you want to do, just like on your mid-priced vacuum, empty your dirt can. It's empty. Okay, next thing you want to do is check that inlet hose right here. Now, something important on these Dyson vacuums. They're very small. Okay, remember over there? Look how much bigger that inlet is compared to this Dyson. This is only about maybe an inch. Okay, and it's really skinny. So that's going to do a lot better with a lot of debris picking it up than this Dyson will. Okay, so I'm going to put this can back on here. So that's your next section for a Dyson. Now the last section, or the last 3 sections that you want to check, is first your air filter. It'll be on just like this. Okay, if you got a bunch of hair and debris and dust on this, you want to make sure you clean that off. Okay, this filter comes off just like this, lips up to the left and pops off. But to get to the air filter, this ball is going to be on here. All you have to do is hold it and twist with one finger or your other hand, and it'll unscrew, come off. Turn your filter to the left and it'll pop right off. So if there's any debris in here, clean that off. Next thing you want to check and take off on these Dysons, your bristle head comes off, which is awesome. So it'll be held on with this locking knuckle right here. All you have to do is pull up one side, twist it to the left and down, and it'll pop this head right off. Here's where it mounts, right here. So just like on your mid-priced vacuum, you want to do the same thing. Check on this one. I've just cleaned this one out because I just brought this vacuum home and figured I'd make a video for you guys about it and how easy this was to fix. So now I have a $300 vacuum for free, but I'll show you where the clog was. It was right here on these Dyson Ball vacuums. There's a switch. This hose switches from the actual suction hose to the suction portion of the vacuum when you go to vacuum your hardwood floors, tile, or your carpet, to or from the actual head with the bristles in it. So I'll show you guys how it changes. Okay, so this position right here is going to allow the dirt to come up from the bristles up into this hose and into the canister itself, and that's how that happens. So now switching it to the actual hose up here, if you were going to take the actual hose off and clean like your blinds or a crevice, then you switch, this hose would switch up to the up position to be able to allow that. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, it's a very simple, easy fix. So before you guys decide to throw away your vacuums that have lost suction power, make sure you check these areas. Okay, if you still have an issue, then that's where you want to maybe go to throwing out your vacuum and getting a new one, because then you might have a motor issue on your vacuum. But 9 times out of 10, guys, it's one of those things. I promise you, It's a vacuum, guys. It's not rocket science. It's not a computer with a hard drive. It's a vacuum. A vacuum is made to do one thing: clean your house with suction power and bristles. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be one of those things. It's very rarely going to be a motor issue in your vacuum or electric issue in your vacuum. It'll probably always be, if you're losing suction power, one of those things. Your filter, you got a blockage with a hairball like I had in this $300 vacuum that I just got for free, or it'll be in the actual hose itself. So check that out before you decide to throw away your vacuum, guys. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.